going?
Sorry, I am sorry. I wasn't looking.
That was obvious. Something bothering you?
Oh, no, I just...
I paid for the tea, so I paid for the sugar. Waste not, want not. You never heard of that?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry. I just... Isn't that you?
Where'd you get that?
My mum cut it out of the paper when Annie Bench was given the medal. That's Tommy Tonsley.
I know that's Tommy Tonsley. And that's Ray Benge. I could tell you a lot about him. I won't bore you with Ray Benge.
Mr. Tonsley's... He's a relative of ours.
You're one of that crowd?
I haven't actually seen him since I was 8.
I'll tell you something. He hasn't changed. The Benges and the Tonsleys never change. I've finished with him. I've finished with him. I've had a basin full of that lot. I wouldn't give you 2p for any one of them. And now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a train to catch.
Mum said they were nice.
Yeah. What you doing in a taxi?
Not for your ears. Rather disgusting.
Have you seen my cat?
He was in my yard this morning.
Well, I can't find him now.
Tried the Indian takeaway.
Granny make you comfy, shall she then? There. There's a lovely pool.
No smoking while the babies are in the room, Paul.
Isn't that fun?
Frank Benz, Streatham Life. Oh, hello, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. Oh, good, sir. Oh, thanks. Oh, I can't tell you how pleased we are about that, sir. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, well, as you know, sir, I've taken a day's leave in lieu to finalise the preparations, sir. Yeah. Yes, well, what I've done, sir, in anticipation of the possibility that you may be able to favour us, sir, I've left a detailed schedule of the arrangements with Mrs. Gutteridge. Yeah. Yeah, it's right. To pass on to you, sir. That's right. Yeah. Right. All right, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, that was Mr. Grant.
Oh?
He's agreed to be a godfather.
Oh?
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Grant?
Mr. Grant's our new area manager, a man who could be on his way to the top.
Aren't you excited? Aren't you excited, Dan? Granddaddy's picked something nice for you, hasn't he, Dan?
Oh, talk like a grown-up, please, Daphne.
They're babies, Frank. They don't understand grown-up.
Don't bite your nails, Paul.
Yes, I must say that's quite a coup. I've been very careful with the arrangements. It should all go off like clockwork.
Oh, it'll be a lovely ceremony, won't it?
I've been selective about the invitations, too. Managed to keep the riff-raff out.
Hello, operator. Get me Hollywood. Person-to-person call. Cecil B. DeMille. Yeah. Hello, Ron. Tommy Tonsley here. Tommy, are you dead yet? No, not dead yet. At the gates, but held up by the traffic jam. Yeah. Are you and Trixie still doing that fire eating? Hang on. Come in, it's open. And I might be in a position to offer you something. What's your lowest right now? Hang on. Who are you?
I'm Nina.
Nina who?
Nina Farthing.
Well, what the hell are you doing here?
Mum said you'd be pleased to see me, Dad.
Eh?
Marge? Look, I'm very sorry, Marge. I'm back now, Marge. Marge? Stand the crows. Wonder if she's left me any tea.
I am not going to be a godfather. I cannot stand hypocrisy, you know that. If I was a godfather, I'd be a hypocrite.
Of course you wouldn't. Don't be daft.
A godfather has to make certain vows. He vows to bring up a child as a Christian. I cannot do that. I don't even go to church myself.
Dennis, you don't have to mean what you say.
Oh, my God. Are you thick? That is hypocrisy.
Only if you take it seriously. It's just nice, that's all, Dennis. It's a ceremony. Then we go back to Frank's and have the cake.
Oh, to hell with Frank. To hell with cake. To hell with bloody ceremonies.
Take a Valium, Dennis.
I've given them up.
I told them you'll do it.
Then tell them I won't.
What time did he go off? Soon after he got in. About 4 o'clock. Is he all right?
Oh, yes, he's always like that when he drinks dinner time. Well, he always does drink dinner time. I mean, when he eats as well. Who bought the meal for him? Did he say?
No.
Someone he codgered, I dare say. Your dad can be a very charming man.
Didn't seem very charmed to see me.
Oh, well, it's been a long time. But I'm sure he was. He doesn't show his true feelings very much. I remember a letter come from your mum when you was a baby, asking for a bit of help, or she wasn't having an easy time. He gave me that letter straight away and told me to send her a couple of pounds. Oh, I'm sure they're silver. Tommy said they were.
He won't mind me staying for a little bit then?
No, of course not. And if you want somewhere to do your... what's his name?
Personal services.
Oh, yes, well, you can use the front room.
Oh, you're very kind, Rose.
Oh, don't be so daft. You're his obligation, anyway. I'm sure you'll get on very well. He misses Iris. I do know that.
Where's she gone to, then?
Oh, she's got a job on a cruise ship. Says it's ever so nice. Always got on with sailors, Iris says. I'll be off then.
Right.
It must be a slip-up that I wasn't asked. I'm their great-great-aunt. Of course, I know Frank's got his funny ways, but he wouldn't leave me out deliberately.
Look at them. You had them. I gave them to you. Come on, you're openers, aren't you?
Oh, for God's sake, Pam! am.
What's the matter with you, Frank?
What's the matter with me?
Oh, you're hopeless, aren't you? Don't look. Excuse please.
Now, here comes Mummy. There's a dummy. There's a good boy.
Right, now perhaps we can get back to where we were before the Hallelujah chorus got underway.
It was nobody's fault, Frank.
I never said it was.
Babies do cry.
Yeah, I know they do.
I remember how Pam cried. And Stephen, didn't you, Stephen?
I don't really remember, Mum.
I expect even Frank cried.
Oh, yes, his mother told me that. She was always going on about what lungs he had. You could hear Frank crying 3 streets away, she said. Yes.
Right. Now, perhaps we can get back to the business in hand. Look, Daphne, will you please sit down?
My glasses, please, Frank.
Oh, here you are.
Thank you.
Now then, if you'll all refer to these pieces of paper that I've had duplicated, I'll try and sort out any questions that may arise in connection with tomorrow's ceremony. Right. The christenings of John and Julie Redstone...
They are nice names. I do like them, Paul.
Oh, he wanted Trilus and Cressida. I didn't think it suited him.
As I was saying... Oh, Gordon Bennett.
There's a lovely boy.
The christenings of John and Julie Redstone will take place at St Agnes's Church tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. Travel arrangements as follows. Stephen brings Molly. Shirley and Dennis will make their own way. A mother, father and twins will be conveyed by me, which should at least ensure we arrive. See sketch map 1 for location of church. Now, arrivals should be timed for 3:20 p.m. and we shall move in one party to the area around the font. See sketch map 2 for the area around the font. Now, you'll notice I've indicated the grouping which should be formed. Godmothers are represented by dots and godfathers by squares. Now, dots and squares topped with the letter A refer to the godparents of Johnny. Now, A1 is Shirley, A2 is Stephen, and A3 is my new area manager, Mr. Grant. Now, dots and squares topped with the letter B refer to the godparents of Julie. Now, B1 is Molly, B2 is Dennis, and B3 is, of course, as per A1, in that Shirley's acting as godmother to both. C1 is child 1, which is Johnny, of course. And C2 is child 2, which is as per for Julie. And M and P are the mother and father themselves.
You mean M and F, Frank?
I beg pardon, Molly?
Well, the father is F.
No, the father's P. P for Paul.
But there is an F.
I'm the F. F for Frank.
Well, you could have been B, B for Benj.
No, we've already got 3 Bs. The godparents of Julie are all down as Bs, you see.
No, there's only 2 Bs.
Now, what are you talking about?
Well, she's quite right, Frank.
With due respect, Molly, B1, B2 and B3 is 3 Bs.
I'm B3, Frank.
Quite.
So there is no B3?
B3 is as per A1, you see?
There's one other thing, Frank. I don't see me.
You're D, D for Daphne.
There isn't a D.
Oh, there isn't, Frank.
There's no D.
You forgot it, Frank.
Will you all take a pen or a pencil and insert the letter D?
Have you got a pen or a pencil, Shirley?
No, have you got a pencil, Daphne?
No, I haven't. Have you got a pencil or a pen?
Let us imagine the letter D. D positions herself to the left of F. F is me, F for Frank. I think you can manage that, Daphne.
Well, of course I can, Frank.
Now, what about T and R and M?
I beg your pardon, Molly?
Well, Tommy and Rose and Ray and Marge.
Oh, well, we felt in the case of a christening, it's better to keep it to those directly involved, you know. Nobody can take offence at that, you know.
That's what we felt, Molly.
Oh, you're probably right, yes.
Well, you'll relay all this information to Dennis then, will you, Shirley?
Oh, yes.
Door, Daphne.
I'm sorry he couldn't get here tonight, but I'll see he's on time tomorrow, all right?
You're very quiet these days, Paul.
Well, he's just settling down, that's all.
It's Auntie Rose.
Auntie Rose?
That's right.
Put these papers away. Put them away. Well, don't leave her standing out there, Daphne. Bring her in. Come in, Auntie, come in. Ah.
Oh, hello, Frank. Hello, Paul. Hello, Shirley. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Pan. Hello, Molly. Well, I didn't know you had company.
Well, we were just, you know...
Oh, there they are. Oh, look. Hello, beautiful. Hello, Johnny. Hello, Julie. Oh, not that I can tell which is which.
I just pull their pants down.
That'll do, Paul.
Well, fancy seeing so many of you. Have you been talking about the christening?
So you did invite Auntie after all, Frank?
Oh, no. Not that I... Well, it's just that I heard it was tomorrow, so I thought I'd bring my present up today. Oh. There we are. It's 2 silver spoons. I've been saving special.
Oh, aren't they nice, Pan? But I don't know what Auntie's talking about. Of course she's invited, isn't she, Frank?
Oh, yes, of course she is. We wouldn't not invite Auntie. Haven't you had your invitation, then?
No. Oh, dear, the post is dreadful these days. You are coming, aren't you?
Oh. And Uncle Tommy, of course.
And Uncle Tommy, of course.
Oh, yes, Uncle Tommy, of course. You will be there, won't you, Auntie?
Oh, of course. Yeah. Would you like me to be a godmother?
Tomorrow?
Yes. I fixed it all up. Isn't it lovely?
We'll be busy tomorrow.
No, we won't. It's Saturday. Look, Dennis and Shirley are picking us up at 2:45.
We shan't be here.
Why not?
Got something on.
What?
What are you getting nosy about?
Hello, Dad. You woken up?
And she won't be with us.
She's staying with us.
No, she's not. She can't.
Her mother's gone away and she's your responsibility. Besides, she earns her own living. She's got certificates for unwanted hair.
All right, all right. You see, that's why I never told none of you nothing, because I knew what you'd be like.
Nothing about what?
Nothing about nothing.
What are you on about, Dad?
Nothing. But I'll tell you something, that when you see that nothing, it won't be nothing. It'll be bloody something. You'll soon see.
Where are you going?
Nowhere. So don't wait up.
Oh, don't take on Rose. I expect he's nowhere's down the pub.
He's trying to spoil it all, like he always does.
Yeah, let me do your shoulders. It helps a bit. I'm not missing tomorrow. I can't. Frank says I'm B3.
It doesn't bother me.
B3 holds C2 on left of V.
Mrs. Tonsley?
Yes?
Right, Bernard. Righto. Excuse, please, missus. Morning. In there, please.
Here. Are you going somewhere?
8:30 on a Saturday morning, mindless rubbish. Off, off, off.
But it was the Open University, Dad.
Does that mean you couldn't answer the blasted phone? Hello, Dennis Tonsley here.
Hello, Dennis.
Dead?
Get over here and sort your mum out.
What's the matter with her?
She's locked in the lab.
You mean the door's stuck?
She's stuck in. She's locked in, silly old bag.
Dad, what are you talking about?
Says she's not going to Coalhouse Street.
Mind your back, Chief.
Well, she is bloody well going. She can't stay locked in the lab. There are other people in this house. Get over here and sort her out, will you, Dennis? Right.
John stays out! John stays out! John stays out!
Go on, get out
John stays out! John stays out! John stays out! What a rotten chair! What a rotten chair!
20 years we've been neighbours. Not a word to me. 20 years. Huh. Who's he sold it to? That's what I want to know.
Sold it?
I don't want no funny cooking next door.
Dad? Dad?
Excuse me.
That's Bernard.
Nice day for it.
Took your time, didn't you? Lucky none of us had the runs.
I wasn't even up when you rang. Now, what's going on?
Well, what's it look like? We're moving house.
You can't be.
Looks like he is.
That bright one over there is your half-sister, Nina. You first saw her on a day trip to Ramsgate. Your mother says she's an obligation of mine.
Hello, Dennis.
Oh, hello. I didn't recognise you, I'm afraid.
Of course you bloody didn't. She was 8.
My mum's moved to Preston, so I'm staying for a bit. At least I was.
Well, there's only one bedroom. Might manage on the settee for tonight.
Excuse me.
That's Jack.
Why didn't you tell me about this before?
He didn't even tell your mum, Dennis. Thought she wouldn't be interested.
Got it fixed up a couple of months ago.
A couple of months ago?
I found a beautiful flat in Coalhouse Street.
By the tan-yard?
All right, you don't have to drop in if you don't want.
But why do you do it, Dad? We've always lived here.
Because I've made 8,000 quid profit.
And you know what he's going to do with it? He's taking your mum round the world on the QE2.
Ha, bloody ha.
What are you going to do with it, Dad?
Oh, Tommy Tonsley's coming back. He's buying himself into a summer show.
Fixed it up yesterday. Choosing all the other acts myself. All top-class material.
Where is this show, Dad?
Grimsby.
My God.
You'll laugh on the other side of your face when their returns start rolling in.
Are you bananas, Dad?
All right, wet your knickers, both of you. I've given most of my life to you.
You talking to me?
No, I'm giving some of it to me. The new owners will take over here at 1:30. You can leave all the movie to these good lads here. They'll handle everything. Except your mum. You better pack her yourself. Attach a label to her marked fragile and pop her in the back of the van, eh? Right. Ta-ta. See you in Coalhouse Street.
He's a character, isn't he? I saw him at the Chiswick Empire once. He used to take off Donald Pierce.
That's right. Do you remember the piddle gag?
Eh?
In a shady nook, by a babbling brook.
No, don't remember that.
Used to go a bomb.
Yes, well, may I disturb you for that chair?
In a shady nook, by a babbling brook, that's where I fell in love with you.
Well, better go and sort Mum out, I suppose.
Oh, she's locked in the bedroom now. She came out of the lab while he was down here. To give him a chance to get in there, she said.
That is the mark of a generous soul.
Who is it?
It's Dennis, Mum.
Oh, you can come in. I've unlocked it. I saw him go out. Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mum.
Yes, I packed my clothes. I wasn't going to let them men handle those.
You are going, then?
Well, I've got to, haven't I? I just locked myself in to show him he couldn't go treading all over me.
But for God's sake, Mum, why does he do it? We've lived here over 40 years.
Yes, I know. Got some happy memories. I've been thinking. You were born in this room.
That's right, I was.
Oh, not that you'd remember that, eh? Oh, Tommy was lovely that day. He was playing a Hackney Empire, I remember. I sent the midwife out to phone the theatre and he announced on the stage that you'd been born. Oh, he was that excited. He went out on the town and got himself as drunk as a lord. Never came home all night. Bought me a box of chocolates the next day, though. I'd sent us his favourites. He said you looked like a tangerine. He was quite right. You did. Oh, well. Better let them come and get the bed, I suppose. How do you think he'll go down in Grimsby?
Oh, I should think he'd be all right.
Yes, I think so. His stuff will come like new to them. There's one thing I'm putting my foot down about, though.
What's that?
I'm still going to that christening. Yes, you did!
No, I...
Oh, yes, you did!
All right, I
Don't
did.
deny it! I saw you!
I'm not
You
denying
put your
it.
face right close to them. You know it always sets them off. Something about your face always sets them off.
Oh, good, look, I'll get the shopping done.
Don't you talk to me like that!
All I said is I get a bloody shopping bag!
I think I'll do you. Get it done!
Hi, man.
Where are you going?
Oh, nowhere, Pam. Lift out.
In the car. Right, you can take Paul down to the shop.
Oh, well,
He's got to be back as quick as he can, because your nephew and niece are getting christened this afternoon.
Yes. Hello, Uncle Tommy.
Hello.
What are you doing here?
Having me breakfast.
Oh. Look, it's nearly opening time. Do you fancy a drink?
Do you fancy buying one?
Right. We've got the vans over there. Better not have any more after this one, Paul.
Why not?
Well, Auntie Molly's watching us, and you know what she's like. She's bound to tell Pam.
Yeah, we know what she's like.
Oh, come on, Paul, cheer up. It's the christening this afternoon.
Yeah, dedication of my kids to Christ.
Well, you could put it like that, yes.
Well, you could put it like the clanging of the last iron door in the incarceration of Paul Redstone.
A child brings me the hope of the dawn in my soul's skyless gorge. A child brings me the light of the stars, brings to me the strength of Mars, binds me with chains of amethyst that only love can forge.
Who wrote that?
I did. I scribble some poetry now and again. Hello, Paul. Hello, Stephen. Ray.
I do.
Hello, Uncle. Hello, Auntie.
Hello, Ray.
I brought Uncle Tommy. I've got to buy him a drink. I've got to buy you all a drink. I'm celebrating.
Why, whatever's happened, Ray?
Marge has left me.
You all ready then? Yep. What number is it?
Eh?
What number, Coalhouse Street?
What number is it, Mum?
Nina, what number is it?
I don't know. 16, wasn't it?
No, it's either 15 or 19, I think.
Well, he never told me a number.
Well, it might have been 14.
It's a flat and it's empty. We'll find it.
Yes.
Follow me.
They say you never know what the day will bring.
Oh, she's always said, time and a half, she said. After 5:30, it's time and a half. You do time and a half whenever you can. So I thought I'd better do it.
Well, of course you did.
Even though I could see he was peculiar. I thought to myself, he wants his pipes done, and it's time and a half, and if I don't do 'em, Marge will be mad. So I started to do 'em.
Yeah, well, that's what she wanted, wasn't it?
Well, that's right, yeah. Well, the trouble was, you see, he kept having one. And whenever he had one, I had to have one. He had a large one, I had a large one. Well, I tried to say no, but he wouldn't let me stop. I thought I didn't like whiskey, but I must have done, because after a bit I stopped arguing. I'd forgotten his pipes, he'd forgotten his pipes.
You was out of your skull.
Well, what happened then?
Oh, well, then the phone went, and it was Marge. What are you up to, Ray, she said. What am I up to, Marge? I said, oh, I'm doing time and a half, I said, like you told me to, I said. But somehow or other, I don't think my voice come out quite right.
And what did she say?
Have you been drinking, Ray, she said.
And what did you say?
Oh, well, that's when I think I must have gone off me head a bit. Yes, I've been drinking, I said. And I'm enjoying it, I said. And I'm fed up with your time and a half, I said, and with you going on all the time, I said. So piss off, I said. That's what I said.
Oh, dear.
And I slammed the phone down. Sometime or other, I must have passed out. I didn't wake up until next morning, and when I did, I didn't feel very well. I didn't get home until afternoon, and Marge had gone. And I'm glad.
Of course you are. She was always a pain in the neck.
Now then, Uncle Tommy.
Speak as you find.
Oh, but I did take her, though, didn't I? In marriage, I mean.
I took Pam.
And I took Rose.
And I nearly took Iris.
My William took me. God rest his soul.
Well, there we are. That's it.
Yeah.
Right, what's everybody having? Because I'm celebrating.
What? Has Mr. Tonsley bought a flat in this house?
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, this is the capper, isn't it? First Mr. Grant, now this.
Will you stop going on about Mr. Grant?
Well, Mr. Grant's a very influential man. You were lucky to get him, Pam.
Well, I haven't got him, have I?
Well, only because he's got a migraine.
Gracie Grant, we call him round the office.
Well, he can still be a godfather by proxy. And if Johnny decides to go into insurance, he'll have a head start with Mr. Grant.
Look, let's leave the choice of Johnny's career out of it for the moment and give our minds to the absence of Paul. I mean, he's not coming, is he?
Not as if he's the only one. There's Stephen as well.
Yeah, we all know that lad's as daft as a brush.
Oh, Frank.
Right, that's it. Come on, we're going without them.
Oh, Frank, you can't have a christening without the father.
Look, what do you think they did in the war, Daphne? They didn't bring soldiers back from Burma just to be present at a christening. It's the godparents that count. And God knows we got enough of those.
That was a nice celebration.
Yes. Well, it's time we were off. I'm afraid we're a teeny bit late as it is.
Have you found Paul?
Well, he'd hardly be upstairs in my private premises. Haven't you seen him? Well, I expect he's gone on. Now, come on, are we ready?
I think so.
Oh. Mustn't upset Frank.
Oh, excuse me.
Come on, Bred. Pull yourself together for goodness sake.
Oh, yes. Ha ha.
Gotcha, you little bugger!
Let me go of me!
Come on out, you
My bloody flat!
My flat!
I'll bash you in the ear hole!
You and those army!
Well, no, leave me go. What's the matter with you?
You're going on.
Out
you go!
I've got a right to be here. I'll tell you something. If you... Hey, what's going on? No, turn it up. Stay steady. Steady.
Bye, out you go!
Oh. It's my bloody flat. I paid for it. You shouldn't be here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What are you going to do about it?
My wife changed her mind.
She can't. She's already signed.
Do you want to make something of it?
Well, what am I going to do?
That's your problem, mate. We're staying here. We've sent back the cheque. Now up it.
Oh, where's my bloody furniture?
Get it all in before the new lot arrive. There's a tenner in it for each of you.
Mummy, look after you.
It's all right.
Oh, for God's sake, stick a dummy in her mouth.
Can you hold the fort?
I'll try.
Good.
Mrs. Bagley, can Dennis and me come through your place? Because we've got to go and be godparents.
I'm afraid to say, Vicar, that due to force of circumstances, neither the godparents nor the father of the children are able to be with us here. However, according to Betty Messenger, you know, in her book, The Complete Guide to Etiquette, it is allowable for my wife and I to act as proxies for those concerned. I will therefore speak for a Mr. Dennis Tonsley and Mr. Stephen Benge, who are the godfathers of Johnny.
This is Julie. No, it's not, Mum.
There's no need to check. And I also speak for a Mr. Grant, who is to be the godfather of Julie. My wife will speak for...
That's quite all right, Mr. Benge. I don't require all the names. You will find the service on the printed cards.
Yes, thank you.
Hath these children been already baptized or no?
I beg pardon?
The card, Mr. Benge.
Oh, yes. Have these children already been baptized or... Well, no.
Dearly beloved, for as much as all men are conceived and born in sin...
Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I don't know where my husband got to. I had to come by bus.
Oh, Shirley. Shirley Tonsley is to be the godmother of,
Johnny. Where's Paul?
He's not here. That's right, Shirley. You're A1 on top of a dot. A is for Johnny. Now,
Godmother holds the child. Take Johnny, Shirley.
This is Julie.
That's right. You get... And you come over here, Shirley. That's right. That's it, that's it.
Dearly beloved, for as much as all men are conceived...
I'm sorry we're late, Frank. I'm ever so sorry.
Yeah, it's all right, Auntie, it's all right. Mrs. Tonsley is to be the godmother of,
B3.
B3.
That's Julie.
I know. Auntie, will you please take Julie in your arms? That's it.
You see, Tommy sold the house. He did what?
Daphne, all chit-chat later.
Oh, isn't she beautiful?
And Mr. Dennis Tonsley is to be the godfather of, I
don't know.
B2.
Johnny.
No, Julie.
Julie. That's right. Dennis, you stand, there. I'm sorry, Vicar.
Dearly beloved, as all men are conceived and born...
Hello, Molly. Hello, Stephen. I wasn't really expecting you, Ray. Hat.
I'm sorry we're a bit late.
Better late than never, they say.
I'm afraid I didn't have time to change.
Any sign of P, Stephen?
Who?
Paul.
Not since he disappeared from the pub.
What was you doing in the pub?
Oh, never mind that now, Pam. The vicar's waiting. Now, Molly Pegler is to be the godmother of Julie. She's B1, so we got all the Bs. You stand in here, Molly. That's right. Now, Stephen, you're A2. Take your place over here, son. That's right. Now, we've got 2 A's. So I'm only proxy for A3.
Well, Ray could be A3.
Mr. Grant is A3, so Ray can spectate.
You see, Marge has left me.
What? Marge has?
Later, please, later.
So we had to celebrate.
All gossip later, if nobody minds. I'm so sorry, Vicar.
Are you expecting anyone else?
No, Vicar, this is it. We're all present now.
Dearly beloved, for as all men are conceived and born in sin, and as Christ our Saviour saith,
But you can't come back.
We have.
But I've bought the house.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
But I want to come in and decorate.
I now ask you to name this child.
I name this child...
John.
Julie.
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 Julie. Julie.
Where the hell's my furniture?
He's gone off again.
Well, it's difficult to tell. Sometimes he pretends to go off like that when it's something he doesn't want to talk about.
Oh, it's understandable in the circumstances, isn't it?
It's all right now, Frank. We got the furniture back in the house.
But they could get a court order to get you out.
Oh, well, we'd get a court order to get back in the flat.
Yes, it may seem like that, Mum, but it may not be as simple as that. You see, what Dad seems to be saying, when he stays awake, and as I read it, is that he sold your house through an estate agent, and the buyer used a solicitor to finalise things. Now, Dad found the flat in the window of a newsagent's, and he dispensed with the usual formalities in order to save himself a few bob. They had a gentleman's agreement, so to speak. And the courts may find that difficult to act on.
But what about the money he paid out?
Oh, I doubt if actual cash would have changed hands yet.
But it could leave you homeless. That's what Dennis means.
What would we do?
Well, Mum.
But mustn't worry. It's the law these days. If you're homeless, the council have to take you in.
Oh,
I was only trying to cheer her up.
Well?
They haven't found him yet, not the police nor the hospitals. Didn't he say anything when he was in the pub?
Not really, no. Just, one or two things.
Well, what sort of things?
Oh, just about being under Pam's thumb and losing his individuality.
But he's not under my thumb, and you know what he's like. He's useless unless I put my foot down.
Oh, now don't get upset, Pam. Sit down. That's a good... Now, have a cup of tea, that.
I used to be under Marge's thumb. I'm pleased to say I'm not anymore.
Well, all things considered, I think the christening went very well.
Of course, it's only a sideline with me.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Have you got any unwanted hair?
No.
That's my speciality. Still, you won't have any more trouble with that back.
Good.
I'm going to have this room as a surgery.
Oh, well, I don't know about that.
Now, come on, Sam. We've settled all that. You'll find somewhere else. You got bags of time before you got to move.
Well, yes, but my wife's taken a fancy to this.
You took a fancy to this. But I'm sure she wouldn't want to hear about it. Welcome home!
I wonder how she persuaded him.
Well, she's Tommy's daughter, isn't she? She's bound to have her head screwed on.
You didn't tell the others who she is.
Oh, no. Not that I'm ashamed of Tommy, mind you, but best to leave it for a bit. Oh, seems a shame to wake him.
What about Grimsby?
Oh, well, he'll soon forget about that. He never did like the smell of fish.
'Tis nice to have you back.
No place like home.
No friends like old friends.
You were right about the grey sky.
Yes. I found my ginger again.
Well, look after him then. If he comes in my bloody backyard, I'll have his tail as a lavatory brush.
Yes. Yes, I understand. Yes, well, that's that then.
Let me speak to him.
No. Yes. Yes. Good night.
Have they found him yet?
Yes.
Oh, thank God for that.
Where is he?
They won't say.
What are you talking about?
They won't say where he is because Paul doesn't want them to. They can't say where he is without his permission, you see.
You mean he's not coming back?
Lena, Granny and Granddaddy's going to look after you then. Oh, isn't that lovely? There, there, there. Oh, isn't that there's a beauty.
Will show a little darker in black and white. Spurs now attacking the goal on your left.
Are you in, Ray?
Hello, Marge.
I've decided to give you another chance.
Oh.
On certain very strict conditions, of course.
Ah.